school, or other community environments. Teen Talk is sponsored by Buddhist Association of Fort Worth and was generated by 1987 United Way Youth Involvement Advisory Committee. The teen counselors receive calls ranging from boyfriend-girlfriend problems to problems as severe as suicide. These young people want to talk to troubled teens as quickly as possible to catch problems early and hopefully prevent them from getting worse through sound advice. Caroline is on location now to tell us more about this worthwhile endeavor.
Hi, I'm Caroline reporting from the Emergency Youth Shelter in Fort Worth, where there's a record of over 1,000 children a year who run away from home. The Bridge Association, a United Way agency, provides this shelter, which helps teens decide on a further course of action. We are here today to discuss Teen Talk, Teens Helping Teens, assisting to all kinds of problems such as schoolwork, parents, dating, drugs, and alcohol abuse. Sometimes a teen who can't talk to a parent or a teacher may feel more comfortable talking to another teen who is qualified to counsel. Teen Talk volunteers receive about 70 calls per month, but we all know there are a lot of teens who could benefit from this program if they would just call. Elizabeth Lunday is the president of Teen Talk.
Hello, Teen Talk. This is Emily speaking. How can I help you today?
Yes, I really need some help.
What's going on?
Well, I found out from a friend that my girlfriend's like seeing this other guy.
Oh, great. Well, how does that make you feel?
Well, pretty bummed out.
Do you feel rejected?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, the thing that really bothers me about the whole situation is this guy that she's going out with. I mean, I found out that he doesn't do heavy drugs, but he's into drugs, and he's probably going to pull her into that crud.
Their training has touched on drug and alcohol abuse problems, peer pressure, self-image, depression, suicide, and sexual abuse. These teens have learned how to handle crisis intervention and, when necessary, refer to professional help, which they learn through a counseling session called When to Push the Panic Button. I'm Caroline reporting from Teen Talk at the Emergency Youth Shelter in Fort Worth.
One day I went to school and met, to my surprise, a new kid just my age with muscles twice my size. When I looked at him, I wished that I could be big and strong and tall instead of little me. But then I thought, I never saw a pig flying like a bird. See a bird with teeth would surely be absurd. I never heard a horse get hoarse from trying to sing. I never heard a turkey wish that he was green. And I'm so glad to be just who God made me. I envy nobody, 'cause God made me special as can be. I envy nobody, make God G-L-A-D, sing an H-A harmony. We should all L-O-V-E. And I'm so glad to be just who God made me. I envy nobody, 'cause God made me special as can be. I'm thankful that God made me to be me. There's no one else that I would rather be, just me.
And a little child shall lead them.
We're sowing the seeds of love. They'll bloom and they'll Many of you know the Thanksgiving story about the Pilgrims coming from England to America on the Mayflower. They came because they wanted to live in a place where they could have freedom of worship, a place where the government couldn't tell them how to worship. But did you know that there were many children aboard the Mayflower? And after it arrived in America, many of the adults got sick and they died. And some of the children helped carry on the tasks of building houses, cooking, taking care of brothers and sisters, and working with the different people called the Indians. And if it weren't for the Indians, we probably wouldn't be here today. The Indians taught them how to live in this different land. And the children were just as eager to learn as the adults. Yes, America was settled by children too. Children who saw their parents' dream of making America a place where religious freedom could exist. Many people still come to America with their children to work with different people of all races and religions. And many of these children still carry on these dreams of making America a free place to worship.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
All men are created equal.
They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Among these is hard life, liberty,
and the pursuit of happiness.
You realize we just represent the people of the city. That's our job. And I truly believe that Fort Worth wants to be a unique place where all of us can sit down and sup together and really be tolerant of each other's weaknesses and be appreciative of their strengths. And it only starts at this age level. So what you're doing and all the people here working with you will all benefit from, and I thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Mayor Bowen. And I want to say also that visiting you in your office and the way that you look at children is very, very wonderful. And I was very impressed by your concern for children as well as adults.
Well, when you've had as many as we have, we've had 6, 5 of our own, 1 foster son, half a dozen other foster kids have been through the house. We've got our grandkids in and out all the time. So I probably have had certainly my wife does most of the work, but I've practically had a Sunday school class or a regular school class in the house all the time anyway. So if we haven't learned how to try and get along with the youngsters and see the challenges that they present to us and that we can learn from them, and hopefully we can teach them a little something by now, then it's too late for me. I'm too old to change. So I truly do enjoy them. My wife adores younger kids, and frankly, as you said to start this program, they are our future. If we don't win there, we'll never win anything.
That's right.
In the Thai culture, preparing and giving the monks food is an important ritual in the Buddhist religion. The monks cannot eat unless the food is actually given to them, and those that give them the food are blessed now and later when they die. Hi, we're at the Thai Buddhist Temple in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to talk to the children and go to what is called the Azala Bucha Festival in July during the 8th lunar month.
Hi, I'm Chris Pondatek, and you're in the Circle of Love. My dad is Thai, and he is also a Buddhist. We visited his temple in Dallas. We'll watch the monks walk up to the people to accept the offering of food from the lay people. see the lay Buddhists worship the Buddha and his teaching, also called Dhamma. His disciples observe the 5 precepts: avoid killing, stealing, adultery, telling a lie, and using intoxicants, drugs, or alcohol. Then the monks eat first to bless the people who gave it to them, and then the lay people enjoy the feast.
มาวัดแล้วเสมอกันหมดครับไม่ว่าคนไหนจะมีอาชีพอะไรนะครับเข้ามาวัดแล้วเสมอภาคกันหมดนะครับเป็นพี่เป็นน้องกันคือมาเป็นชาวพุทธทุกคนก็เป็นพี่เป็นน้องกันโดยมีพระสงฆ์เป็นผู้นำนะครับฉะนั้นเข้ามาในวัดแล้วทุกคนเป็นพี่เป็นน้อง
Hi, I'm Jan Carroll, and we're here with Chris and Tony and Tamika and all the children of the Thai Buddhist Temple in Dallas. And I have some questions that we're going to ask them, and they can ask us some questions. Mintra, when you pray, what do you do when you pray? Can you show us? What do you do with your hands? What? No, I mean when you pray. How do you pray? Yeah. Like that. You kind of bow. Well, I wanted to ask somebody what they thought if Buddha was alive today, which he is in spirit, or some may say that he is, and I wondered what you think, if you think he would love you. Do you think he would love you if he were here today, sitting with us?
Yes.
I believe he would too. Do you think Buddha wants us to hurt each other? No. Think he wants us to tell lies? No. What are some other things do you think that maybe he would like us to do good? Not to fight.
Not to hurt each other.
Yeah, that's right.
Fulfill yourself, your spirit. That's what Buddhism is all about. Yourself, and to fulfill your spirits, that's all that really matters. You don't have to understand every single passage in our books. You don't have to understand everything. You just have to understand that this is what Buddhism is about, believing in yourself. That's all that matters. Okay, my Buddhist religion, okay, it helps me, in a way it helps me deal with school and life. And if people, see, no matter what religion you are, because it's your belief, and it has nothing to do with the law, it's what you believe, and that's all that matters. And peace in every religion is anyway, no matter what, peace is in every religion. And religion is just a different way, different roads to go to your spiritual self, just to make yourself whole. And that's what all religion is. And it's there for you if you need it. If you don't need it, I mean, there's nobody that doesn't need a belief in a higher spirit and a feeling of happiness for themselves. And everybody needs that. So there's nobody that cannot believe in anything. I mean, I don't see anybody that cannot believe in anything at all, because you have to believe in something. Because that's what keeps humans as they are. Humans keep hope. And unlike animals, that's what separates humans from animals, hope. We have the ability for hope. And that's what we need.
Well, I like that a lot, Pam. Any questions? Yes.
Well, I was just wondering, well, why do you kneel down, when while you're praying or something?
For what?
Respect for the Jessica King picture art.
For respect, right.
To the monks and Buddhists and spirits.
Very good. Any other questions? You have any questions? Tamika?
No.
That was it. Yeah. Well, thank you. And can everybody give each other a big hug? Because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Y'all are very lucky to have such a nice place to worship.
That must have meant I said the right thing. I can hear some bells. So we're trying to find out what Azala Bucha Day is today that we're celebrating. It's a festival. And can you tell us, Dr. Mon, a little bit more about the festival?
Today the festival in Thailand we call Asaha Bucha. What it means is that the Buddha give the first sermon or the first Buddha teaching to the people, and then the teaching of Buddha we call it Dhamma, and it is the first time he give the speak to the people, and also the first day one of the people he discovered, and then he became the first monk in the Buddhism.
Oh, I see. Does everybody know what Dhamma means? Does someone know what Dhamma means? Can you ask the monk what Dhamma means?
The Dhamma ธรรมะก็คืออะไรก็เป็น teaching of Buddha.
The Dhamma is a teaching of the Buddha.
I see. Well, tell us a little bit about the teenagers. What do they do when they come here? I mean, the young men, when they get to be a certain age, the young children, I mean the ones that are about 14 or 15, do they actually live here in the temple?
No, they don't live here in the temple. The temple only the monk. But if the children they want to become a monk, and then we have they have to get permission from the parent and also from the monk, and then they have the festivals, or they have something to make him to become a monk, and then he have to stay in temple and study the Buddha teaching of Dhamma.
Yeah, they learn to become monks.
Yes.
That's very interesting. Chris, did you have a question?
Yeah.
What did you have a question?
Well, this morning I was in this, and then right before we ate, I heard such a long, I don't know what it is, with a song or...
Whenever I heard the chanting for the first time, I thought it was real interesting because it was real still and quiet, and you heard the chanting, and it was kind of like the vibrations lifted. It was a nice feeling. It was a real peaceful feeling, and it was just kind of like you forget all your cares, and they just kind of float away.
Yes, it is true. The monk chanting, when you listen to that, it makes your mind quiet, happy.
See, no matter what religion you are, because it's your belief, and it has nothing to do with the law. It's what you believe, and that's all that matters. And peace in every religion is anyway, no matter what, peace is in every religion. And religion is just a different way, different roads to go to your spiritual self, just to make yourself whole. And that's what all religion is. And it's there for